as well. And so every country, when it returns from a peacekeeping operation, says we did well. And no one likes to actually show up the weaknesses of a particular country. So if there's a man who's been involved in sexual misdemeanor, he's bunged on a plane back home and he's hit, that shouldn't happen. We all agree it shouldn't happen. So we have the ceremony coming up at the Cenotaph at 1 o'clock. And the very last sentence at the end of it, I say, it's not just peacekeepers remembering, it's for the poor people they went out to protect as well. And that they actually should have the same freedoms that we have. So that's
going to be really poignant. I wonder, do you think that your tactics have been working? Because the first...
my tactics, I'm just a man in the street.
Like no, sorry. You, as commenting as yourself.
Okay.
There's a bunch of spares. Yeah, no one.
Commenting on your, as a member of the public or as your role as chair, do you think that the tactics that you have been doing are working? Because the first documented report was in 1993 in Somalia. There was 98 cases in the last 2014 and 2015. There's been 44 reported this year. Do you think those tactics are working?
They're not my tactics. I'm a man in the street. And the answer is they're not working well enough. But you can imagine the tension which a force commander is under. Suddenly in the Congo, say, the insurgents are there and a contingent from one of these contributing states says, you're insulting us, you're saying our people are involved in sex. We were going to withdraw our battalion straight away. Suddenly 10% of his force is gone. This doesn't happen to any other general through history. It's a new thing for everyone, because who's going to fill that battalion's place? So people they're trying to make judgments, and often they made the wrong judgments. But if you're in that eastern Congo area and suddenly a battalion is taken out of the force, UN force, because that country thinks it's been insulted, or in fact it's been insulted for damn good reasons, sexual exploitation, then you say, where have they gone? These people we have to answer to too.
I agree. I've actually been to DRC. I was in Bukavu in 2010, and I did actually stay at the UN hotel and met with other peacekeepers. I mean, they had there was some celebration going on. I don't believe anybody that I met who is a peacekeeper would agree that the tactics have been working, and that they think that it would dishonour them by having these abuses keep happening.
Well, good for them for stating their case.
Yes, but they didn't. That was me stating the case, because they're not able to, because you have been the UN have been prosecuting whistleblowers. That is a big concern of ours.
It's a big concern of ours. It's not just in the field of peacekeeping, it's not just in the field of sexual violence, it's in the field of so many other things as well. But who makes up the UN? It's 194 self-interested, jealous, selfish states. And our job as the United Nations Association is to call them out when they are such. It's not just in the field you're interested in, but many others we're interested in. And I hope you have our support in that.
We celebrate that you had the first resolution against sexual assault by peacekeepers earlier this year. I believe it was in March. The UN, my apologies, and Ban Ki-moon even made a statement after.
Yeah, he did. So I think in that respect there's an argument to say that you should join the UN Association, because we're there to put pressure on the UN where we think things aren't going as well as they should do.
Send me the form, I'll join.
Well, absolutely. I've got your email address, we'll ensure that we do that. No, but I'm very genuinely, because unless you get people holding people to account, mistakes happen. And in life, it's whoever makes the fewest mistakes.
Mm-hmm. Just one more question. I wonder, how do you ensure, or how do you suggest whistleblowers will be protected in future to actually speak out about abuses?
You know, as I know, many companies in this street, many departments of state in this street, the National Health Service and others have their whistleblower problems. It's all based on fear. It's all based on, whether it's a hospital, or whether it's a UN force in the Congo. It's based on someone fearing for their career. And it's a human thing which all of us have got to overcome, not just the UN. We're here because we support the UN, but we're totally aware that this human weakness is shown in this largest organisation of the world. But remember, it's happening in that building, in that building, in that building. Don't tell authority, because you might lose your career. That's human nature.
And it's getting
and we've got to fight it.
Yeah, and it's getting people to be more transparent, or countries to be more transparent, or the UN to be more transparent, so people have that as a deterrent. They're aware that if they go on and some of their men or women, predominantly men, I accept that, might make those mistakes, and unless they're briefed sufficiently beforehand to not do that, they'll think they can get away with it. And that's a human condition. People do stuff if they think they can get away with it. If they don't think they can get away with it, or they've got an eye on them, they'll hold back. And so therefore that's aim, and that's our aim, and indeed your aim. So,
Fantastic.
I'll send you an email.
Okay,
We'll get
thank
you
you.
all
Can I
joined
get your
up.
card? Would you
Yeah,
mind?
I don't have one just now, but you've got David's.
But you know how to reach me, and believe me, I'm not going to run away.
Yeah.
I've been in this organisation for 30 years as a paid-up member, not an employee.
Okay.
And I shout, believe me, as much as you do. But you give us strength.
And here's the reason why I came into it, because he was shouting at people in Somalia saying, you've got to do better.
Yeah.
And so that's what it's all about. We look forward to you all joining.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Take care.
Stay for the ceremony if you like. You've been very welcome.
Okay, well, I've got your... Yeah, thank you. And you've got my number. Take care. Bye.